Hello, 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 hello. This is Garden Talk Jamaican, giving you a bird's eye view of some of my fall plants. These are my radishes planted in my 8x4 raised bed where I usually do my sweet potatoes. There they are, almost ready to be harvested. And these are my summer cabbages. You really can't call them summer cabbages because it's fall and they have just begun to really grow heads. Here they are. I've got 3. Got one in the back here, over here. This is the bigger one. For some reason, this one is growing into a giant. And I've got one behind here. That is not doing much. It's strange. And they're not crowded. These two are a little bit close, but the one in front of this one, not crowded at all. It's far away. But anyway, these are the so-called summer cabbages. It's fall, and they're not lacking substance. I mean, fertilizer, because cabbages are ravenous for fertilizer, and I've done well in fertilizing them with giving them the right food, and they have the right soil. So I don't know what their issue is, but that's my little cabbage patch. And this is a little patch of beets. These are maybe choggia, Choggia. I don't know if that's the way it's pronounced, but these are not like the Egyptian ones, whatever they are called, but these are called choggia, and we have been eating from these. And I have planted some other little plants over here that I took from. When they are too close together, what I do is I separate them and plant them. They say beets don't do too well when you transplant them. Call them transplants, yes. When you transplant them, but if you water them, I find that they do very well. So these are my choggia. I hope I'm not massacring the word. Beets. Here they are. Supposed to be Italian, I think. And this is my little carrot bed. Usually I don't plant carrots because I really don't do too well with carrots. But these are looking good for the time being. So we'll see what comes of them. I've been using this covering on them when it gets, I understand that carrots can really take a lot of cold, but I keep this here just in case we have a big frost, which are freeze. I don't think we're going to have any because our summer, this is one of the colder days, and it's in the 60s, and this is the coldest. Well, it has gone into the 40s, but it's like we're having a long summer here in Austell, Georgia. So these are my carrots. Here they are. And behind that are my, what do you call this again? Colored greens. I forgot what I call them. Colored greens. Here they are. And we have Beets. I think mainly Beets. I like Beets because they are not as tall as the Georgia ones, whichever that is just called GA. I don't know what that means. But these are kind of more compact. And I like to harvest them when the leaves are young. I don't like the big giant colored greens at all. I like them when they're this size because it's very tender, and you just have to me, I just do them like maybe 30 minutes with of course my Scotch bonnet and a little olive oil and some onion and some garlic, and that is it. And here I just harvested these for dinner today. See the size of the leaves. I don't This is the biggest leaf in it. And that looks big because of the camera, but that's it. I just harvested some of those. And here's my mustard green bed. My mustard greens. Here they are. And the same thing for mustard greens too. I harvest them when the leaves are small. And like some people, you know, they pull them out from the roots. I don't do that. I do cut and come again with my mustard greens. And we have been eating from this for a while. It's a little bit here. Yeah. That's my mustard greens bed. And here's my spinach. This is my spinach bed, and we've been eating from this one too. This is another little bed, and I have matador spinach, and I have also a few long-standing spinach. Well, you know what? I didn't even have to plant long-standing because they are not going to bolt at this time because it's getting cold. But we've been eating from these. I love them. They are so crisp and really, really good. Let me see if I can show this one. Aha. Woohoo. Here it is. Spinach. In this bed, I've got some black-seeded Simpson lettuce. For some reason, they're very pale in color. I've never seen that before. I gave them a lot of nitrogen, so I don't know why. It must be a different kind. I have planted black-seeded Simpson and they never look like this. I think it's maybe, I don't know. It must be a different kind of seed or something like that. But it's lettuce. I'm not impressed because they are growing very leggy. Look at that. Not impressed at all. But black-seeded Simpson, what can I say? And beside that, I have got some red Merlot. I planted some red Merlot. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Here are the red Merlot. I have a couple plants of those, you know. Don't know. And we have tomato growing in here. That's not going to go anywhere, so I might as well pull those up. More radish. Oh, we have something coming here. Maybe I can harvest this today. I think, you know, this one is like purple, and I like that color. So pretty. I've never seen purple radish. Let me see if I can. Let's see. It's purplish. So we'll have that one today, I think. And in this bed, I just sowed some Arctic lettuce, something another Arctic. Supposed to be very cold hardy. And beside that, I have some more radishes. So we're gonna get this one. It's huge. Look at that. Wow. Look at this. Wow. So I'm gonna turn this bed into a little lettuce bed. I understand that I think it's called Arctic something another lettuce. I understand that they do very well in the cold. So I'm going to make this in this little patch. These two little patches here that I had radishes, and I've harvested most of the radishes. Just a few left. I don't want to pull up anymore today. I'm going to have just lettuce in this bed and make it small enough that if it gets really deep freeze, which I don't know that we're going to get any deep freeze because it's still so warm. Anyway, we have lots of months to go. So this is Arctic something another. What is it called? I don't remember. But it's Arctic something. And I planted some more Chinese. I didn't plant these Chinese spinach. I really didn't plant them. The seeds just fell and they are volunteers and they grew back. But even though I've fertilized them, they look really skinny, you know. And some of them are bolting already. I don't get that because it's not hot, and yet they're bolting. Look at this. Uh, you know, and I have a couple radishes in here. The radish is almost invasive, you know. If the seeds fall, they are going to grow wherever they fall. Yes, so this is Chinese spinach. Well, that's the other name for them. They do have another name, I guess, which is maybe a proper name. So these are some more Arctic lettuce seedlings, and these are some bigger ones. Here they are. I planted these before, so we'll see how that turned out. I don't want to be buying any lettuce in the store because they're so tasteless, you know. Here's another little bed of beets, small bed. I can't, these are some like yellow beets, and I don't remember what they're called. It's struggling. I don't know why, but we'll see. I have a couple plants of these, a few plants of these. I'll see how they turn out. Yeah, still small. They're still just struggling to grow. We'll see how that goes. This is another bed of Crosby Egyptian beets. We love beets. My husband loves beets. We just love beets. We eat them raw. We don't cook beets like some people do. That's what my mother used to do. She used to cook beets, and I don't like them. But see, these are Crosby Egyptian. To me, these are the best tasting beets ever. They are awesome. I have them different stages because I do a lot of transplants. You know, here we go. Beets. This one is almost ready to be harvested. Probably has a big one underneath it. And my comfrey is still going. I'm going to be pulling these up. Not pulling them up, just I do cut and come again with my comfrey. I don't pull them up. And then I'm going to be putting it in the soil, bury them in the soil, chop them up really small and bury them in the soil where I am going to do my potatoes, not sweet potatoes, my potatoes. So I have harvested here like maybe 4 times already, and they just keep growing back. So it's the long summer season that we're having that has been so helpful. And here are my snap peas. What is it? Peas or beans? I guess it's peas. Here they are. I have quite a few plants here. Snap peas. Let's move out that you can see them. Here they are. We'll soon be able to harvest some. They haven't started to flower yet, but they are growing tall. See? The beauty about living close to a forest, well, a wetland really with a lot of trees, is that we call this kring kring in Jamaica. So I don't need to put up a trellis, a proper trellis to grow my peas and stuff like that. I just have these limbs that I cut and I just use them as trellises because that's all the peas want. It just wants these little limbs to put their tendrils. So here it is. These are my sweet peas. That's what we used to call them in Jamaica, sweet peas. Snap peas. We love snap peas too. They are good, sweet snap peas. So I've got quite a few roots. Like in this one I've got, I think I planted 3 in each root, and I have about 9 roots I have. They're doing well. Here they are. Oh yeah. Yep. And I've got 2 beds here. This is my mixed greens, mini mixed greens bed. We've been eating a lot from that one. Let's see if we can give you a close-up of it. Here it is. Mixed greens. What I love about these, you have some colored ones. So it gives your greens a little color, not just greens. And I like these. They're so tasty. And in it you have like kale. It's a little mini kale, you know. And I don't know what this is called. I don't know, something. But this is like my little mixed green bed. And matter of fact, I harvested some from it this morning. Here it is. I love these greens. This is kale, but this is a different kind of kale. This one has more ruffled leaves. I just noticed that. And I love these little purplish looking ones. Really nice. And over here is Gypsy broccoli. These, I just planted these too. I don't know how these perform. This is the first time I'm planting them. It's called Gypsy broccoli. Supposed to grow big broccoli. So I'll keep you updated and let you see what these do. Gypsy broccoli. They're growing pretty slowly. I don't think they grow as well as they don't grow as fast. They don't grow as tall. It seems they're more compact. They don't grow as tall as the Waltham broccoli. I decided that I have Waltham broccoli seeds, but I just decided I wanted to see what these do, you know, a change, you know, because usually I don't do too well with broccoli for some reason. Don't know why. And this is another fall garden. And all this is kale in this little patch here. So, they are growing very slowly too. And it's not for lack of nutrition. They're just slow. But that's okay. I've got lots of stuff to eat. No problem. Here they are. Kale. And it's Russian red kale. As you can see, they do look red at the bottom, see? Yeah. It's a little patch. Quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I transplanted. I do a lot of transplants. I don't let seeds and suckers go to waste. No. And although this is not part of the fall garden, but this is some of my lemongrass. I've harvested quite a bit. What I'm going to try to do, because lemongrass is really supposed to be tropical, right? But I am going to cut them down really low, and then I'm going to cover them up with a lot of leaves and straw to see if they will come back. That is an experiment I'm doing because I like lemongrass, and if I have to plant every year, kind of a bummer. So I'm going to see, and then if it works, I mean, you know, I can tell other people, they can try the same thing too, you know. All right. So, turmeric. First time I'm planting turmeric. And this is another experiment I'm going to try. It's supposed to be tropical, but I am going to cut them way down, and then I am going to cover the tubers and see what happens. The leaves were being eaten by something, and I had to spray them, but now they are coming back green. But yeah, that's like a waste of time. I'm going to really cut them low, and then put a lot of mulch on top of it. And if there's a deep freeze, if I have to put a plastic over them, something to cover them, then I will do that. They're close to the lemongrass. I will just stretch the plastic over and cover them and see what happens. And the last thing I'm going to show you is one of my ashwagandha plant. Here it is. I have harvested a lot of seeds. Imagine, this is only one, the one that grew. And I have harvested so many seeds. See, the seeds grow in seed pods like these. Okay? And when see, then I will just open it. It has like a ball. I'll see if I can do this with one hand and show you the ball that's in here. Here it is. And in this ball are lots of seeds. So I'm going to make a special ashwagandha bed. And this is very good. If you look at a certain health person, a lot of his health products, which is good for your body. Let me see. No, I can't say his name. I won't say his name. He has ashwagandha in it. They said this is very good. You can look it up. Here it is. And I was kind of fearful because I saw somebody with a video showing their ashwagandha field. And they were like huge. The trees were huge, but apparently because it's in a pot, it didn't grow very big. But this thing has so many seed pods on it. I mean, you know, this is like, and I've harvested quite a bit. And see, they are yellow. When they start turning color, you can pick them off and harvest them. So I've got a few more in a pot that I didn't care to take them out because I was just experimenting. But now that I know, I understand that it is from the root that you get the nutrition from, or the, and I was trying to remember what it's good for, but it's supposed to be very good. If you look it up, you can. I understand you get that most of the good stuff come from the root when you dry it. So this one, I am going to see how much I can, the seeds I can harvest, and then I am not going to chance it, although it's in a polytunnel that I have for my Oaris Satsuma trees that I'm going to cover over the winter. I'm not going to chance it and leave it in the pot, because pots tend to get very cold. I am going to take it out, harvest the root, but I'm trying to harvest as many seeds as I can before it gets cold. And it's going to get a little warmer again this week, so I'll be okay. And since as I'm here, this is not fall plants, but these are my Satsuma mandarin plants. Let me see if I can show them to you. Here is one. I've got two. Here is one. And it's growing, growing, growing. Here's my little polytunnel. I will cover it. And these are where I'm going to place a lot of lights. Christmas lights. Because, you know, the incandescent Christmas lights give a lot of heat. So I'll be here. And I put them on the south side. That's the privacy fence is on the south side. So I put them inside because it tends to get very windy here. So when the high winds come, that fence will be a windbreaker. And so the cold winds won't hit the plants. So this is one of my Satsuma Owari mandarin plant tree. And this is the other one. They are my lovelies. See? And they are growing so fast. It's like, you know, one had flowers on it, but it didn't grow any mandarin because they are less than a year old. But I planted them in the what, spring, late spring, I think, and this is what they look like. These things are going to be growing great guns because all of a sudden they just took off and start growing like crazy. Sometimes I wonder, should I really have gotten 2 plants instead of just getting 1 instead? So we're gonna have a whole lot of mandarin, but that's all right. Anyway, I've got quite a few more beds of beets. This is the chuggy. See what it looks like? But I don't think I'm ready to harvest that one. So I'm going to put some more. Beets tend to pop out of the ground when they begin to swell. The bulbs begin to swell. Well, I think maybe I'll harvest this one. No, that one is small too. Actually. Should give my husband some beets for dinner. I'm seeing what this... should I harvest this one? I am wondering. Yeah, maybe. Let's see what this one is like. If this one is bigger. You know what? I think I will harvest that one. Oh well, this thing is running away. This little thing. All right. I think I will harvest this one. It's not bad. It could be a little bigger, but that's okay. This one I think we'll have for dinner. Yay. That one. I think I'll cover this one back. And I think I'll pile up some more soil on that one. You know. See? Look at this now. See, I could have split this. See what happened here? Because I have 2 growing together. You see what happened? This one didn't do anything. So, guess what? I am going to put... I don't let anything go for waste. I'm going to put this one in the ground and see if it will do anything. It probably will. Yeah, I should have separated those 2 plants. It probably will. You never know. I don't let anything go for waste, you know. Yep. No, sir. Yeah. This one is popping out of the ground too. Cover it with some grass mulch here. So here's my last bed. This is my hardneck onions. Not onions, garlic, sorry. That I just planted a few weeks ago. As a matter of fact, a few of them did not grow. And I replanted them this week. May have been Monday or Tuesday. And they are growing already. I can't believe it. Look at that. They are growing. I came out here and said, oh, I wonder if they'll grow. And they are popping up out of the ground already. So, hardneck onions. And, you know, I didn't buy these like, no. I bought them in the regular store, food store. But not, but there are onions that are grown, not onions, sorry about that. There are garlic that are grown in Georgia. So all of these are grown locally in Georgia. And they sell them to the store. And that's where they are not from overseas, from some place overseas where you don't know what the conditions they are grown in. These are hardneck onions that are grown in Georgia. And see, I mean, I was hoping that they wouldn't start pushing up so fast. Maybe the soil that I used was a little bit too rich. And that could be the reason. But I hope that would be a good thing. Because if your garlic start growing too early, is when you begin to have some serious frost and freeze later on, then their tops get frozen. And really you have a problem. I may have to, although garlics need cold to bulb, but if it gets really bad, like last year, we had it down to 9, I think, one day or 2 days. So I think if the freeze is too long, deep freeze, then we're going to have a problem. But if it's like 1 day, overnight, maybe that won't be too bad. So this is the last of my fall gardening that I'm showing you. I do have other stuff growing, like I still have peppers and I still have zucchini, gray zucchini, believe it or not. Yeah, I even still have potatoes in the ground. I may have to cover them if we have a frost. But thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you subscribing to my videos. And this is what my harvest look like for today. So for today's dinner, we have some cut and come again greens. And believe it or not, I still have tomatoes. Yep, ripen. Long summer, and I'm so pleased. And some of those black-seeded Simpson, I'm not sure why their leaves are so yellow, why they're not doing great. And I've been feeding them nitrogen, but they're just not greening up. I don't know. I have no clue. And so we have some spinach and some cut and come again, mixed greens, and 1 cowpeas. I've harvested a whole lot of cowpeas long summer. And so we have 2 radishes. I love this color. Never seen purple radish. I love it. I wish it would bolt. I really should leave it, see if it will bolt. But it's not going to bolt in this cold. And then I would get more seeds. That would be awesome. And so we're having radish for dinner. Yeah. And we have 1 beet, chagia, for dinner. I hope it's sweet. Yeah, I think it's all right. When beet leaves start going like this at the bottom, it's almost time to harvest them. So it will be good. And that's some more tomatoes. And we have some collard greens. Never saw collard greens in Jamaica. Never knew what it was like. But I will like it now because I harvest them young, small. And anyway, because of the kind it is, they are more compact. I don't like the big, tough, long leaves. And I don't like to cook vegetables until they are dead. So we only do these I only do these for 30 minutes. Put some olive oil in the pot, cut up some onions, diced onions, and Scotch bonnet pepper. If I don't have Scotch bonnet pepper, I use red pepper flakes, but I usually have Scotch bonnet in the freezer. So I always never run out of Scotch bonnet. And here is that's it. So thank you for watching. I've got lots more stuff. Matter of fact, I've got lots of Scotch bonnet. And I'm hoping that some of them will ripe. I've been pruning them back so that they will start ripening. Some of them have been ripening. So I have lots of Scotch bonnet. But anyway, and I have lots of other kind of bell peppers and all of that. Anyway, thank you for watching. You have a wonderful day. May the Lord bless the work of your hands. May your garden just still be abundant regardless of the weather. And I pray that all you put your hands to prosper. That's a good thing to say. Declare it. All I put my hands to prosper. All right. Thank you for subscribing and for sharing my videos. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye.